Hi, welcome to the school assignment of my dreams. I was told to review something. Anything.
So I decided to make the project on
this guy! Will Wood is an incredibly talented singer, songwriter, composer, filmmaker, and just a multimedia artist. He's 28, he's from New Jersey, and he's bipolar. He gained a lot of attention due to his very loud, theatrical, strange, and intense live performances. These performances definitely helped him gain traction and a lot of attention in the New Jersey music scene.
As of this recording, Will Wood has 3 albums that he has dropped. The first one being Everything Is a Lot, which dropped in 2015. The second being Selfish, which dropped the next year in 2016. And the third, the Normal album in 2020.
As much as I love both of these albums, we're not talking about them. We will be talking about Will Wood's third studio album, the Normal album. This was Will's most personal and different sounding album. I goofed it. The Normal album focuses on themes of psychiatry, identity politics, conventional morals, and morality. Now for the assignment part. I have 3 criteria when I listen to music. Is it listenable? Can it hold my attention? And is it unique or new in some way? Well, let's find out. Let's jump into the review of Will Wood's The Normal album. To kick off the start of the LP is Suburbia Overture. There are 3 movements, the first being Greetings from Marybelle Township. White picket fences. This movement opens with a beautiful piano flourish, a doorbell, some doo-wops, and a good morning. Will builds the world by describing a stereotypical rich white suburban neighborhood. He criticizes the people that live in these neighborhoods by describing the food they eat, the drinks they drink. He implies that there's some kind of evil or just some sinister vibes that just ooze out of these homes. By verse 3, the song picks up tempo and has a surf rock tone that sounds like something that should be playing out of a jukebox in the 50s. During the bridge, after the chorus is repeated one more time, the song slows down to some layered vocals and one reverbed piano. It's during this part where the lyrics take a more dark turn and the music follows suit by also having a darker, more sinister sound. We have now entered the second movement, Vampire Culture. The lyrics talk about cannibalism, worker exploitation, murder, blood, Kool-Aid and cults, disease, phrases like live, laugh, love, and kiss the cook, suicide, etc., etc. All while Will is giving some very intense vocal delivery for the listener to have. After this chaotic second movement, we are given a second bridge where the lyrics are barely heard because the music is just too loud. And after that bridge, we move into the final third movement, Love Me Normally. The lyrics in this part come off very personal, and they boil down to Will questioning why he can't just be normal. The music is once again quiet, it's just a piano and Will singing, and the piano foreshadows the melody to the 9th song of the album, and that's the first song. I'm gonna be completely honest here, I don't know what the song's about. All that everyone knows is that this song is about the man on the brink of insanity.
This third track is focused on the questions like, what's the difference between good and evil? And should you judge someone based on their actions? And one of the lines that addresses these kind of questions is the line, it doesn't take a killer to murder, it only takes a reason to kill.
The rest of these lyrics go down kind of the same path. And the music has this repeated tone of falling down a hole. And most of the song is just descending major chords. This is Will's biggest hit, and as of writing this script, it sits at 23.5 million streams on Spotify. And there's direct evidence about what the song is about from Will's own mouth. To boil it down, the song is about how I respond to my frustration with the limitations of the male gender role, the maladaptive ways I've coped with that frustration, and trying to figure out if this experience or any other regarding my gender can or should define me. It reaches the same conclusion that most of my work does. That is that nothing is real, and that if something is hurting us, we have the power to cast it off. There's no point in lying. I cried when I first heard this song. The lyrics hit really close to home, and I think people that have troubles socially, then this song could like really describe what they feel like. The chorus to this much more slowed down, more intimate song is, "Baby, could you play along with me? Baby, would that be alright with you? And when we find out what's wrong with me, could you tell me how I'm right for you?" And then the last rendition of the chorus is with some revised lyrics that say, "What's so wrong about what's wrong with me? I'm just trying to do what's right by you."
Did you know that the wrong
The song's title is a play on liars and hypocrites, and Hippocrates, who was an ancient Greek physician known as the father of modern medicine.
The music follows a much more rock and roll style, more guitar heavy. There's even an awesome guitar solo.
This song opens with a very slick piano riff, and to be completely honest, once again, I have no clue what this song is about. It sounds like a man just listing things off the top of his head randomly.
He probably would do that, not gonna lie. The music follows a call and response between Will, the band, and the backup vocals. And fun fact, most of the gang vocals you hear throughout the album are actually just fans who helped support the album.
For truth! Those who don't receive enough, so even once you get it.
And all I know is that during the spoken interlude of this song, there's somebody it sounds like they're speaking to a medical professional, and they get upset. Or it might be vice versa. I don't know. This song is just a standout track to me. Once again, it made me cry the first time I heard it. It seems to be about a person who views mental illness as a part of their identity. And this song explores themes of identity and what mental illness really is. The music has a faster tempo and the tone is a bit happier, despite the lyrics being a bit darker and some of the most direct lyrics we get from the entire album. The final line is, "Well, that's our time, see you next week," meaning that this took place in a therapy session. This smooth, jazzy ballad is about feeling like an outlier, and the music has a tone of being optimistically nihilistic. The lyrics describe the speaker as asking somebody to love them normally. It's easily, in my opinion, one of the best instrumentals on the album. And the video that accompanied the song is just, it's something else. This is the final track on the album, and I don't think it could be a more perfect end. Well, I'll let Will explain what the song means.
Now there is one thing that keeps my head above water when things are getting tough, when I'm feeling like I'm too weird for this world, just like a permanent square peg in a permanent round hole, like I'm permanently clawing my way up the side of the bell curve and sticking my flag in the peak and sliding my way back down over and over and over and over again. When I feel like I'm in this cycle of hopelessness, I'll never go anywhere, I'll never amount to anything, I'll never be anyone, whenever I feel like there's no way I'll ever get out of this mess alive. There's one thing I keep in mind that really just makes things just swell. And I think it's worth setting a reminder on your phone every half hour. Go for it, man. Put this thing on your phone. Just, never forget it. Keep it in mind at all times. It's one fact that just makes everything awesome. And if I just tell you what that thing is, it's not really going to translate. So I wrote this song, which I hope gets the point across, because God knows I wouldn't be able to, just babbling at you like I'm doing right now. So, anyway, this is a song that I like to call the most important thing in the world.
I know I called Love Me Normally optimistically nihilistic, but this song is just the embodiment of that term. My feelings toward this album are a bit biased, but this album is not for everyone. I mean, Will Wood isn't for everyone, but doesn't meet the 3 criteria that I mentioned at the very, very beginning. Number 1, is it listenable? I think it is. Just, if I'm able to write this much about just 10 songs, then I think it's definitely listenable, and I think it's worth your time. Number 2, can it hold my attention? my attention was immediately taken with that "Good morning" at the beginning of the album. It just hit different. You could say it struck a chord with me. Number 3. Is it unique or new in some way? I think it absolutely is. The fusion of these genres that I mentioned earlier is something that I have never heard before, and it opened a whole new door to what I thought could be even done in music. Since then, I have found similar artists, but none have been as captivating as Will Wood. That's about it. Bye.